Hi there, welcome to Bitesize Piano. This video today is inspired by one of my students who's currently learning this piece, which is called Skating from the Charlie Brown Christmas album. I'll demonstrate what that sounds like in a minute. And it's a really cool little piece of music, and he was getting a bit disheartened because it's quite fast. There's a section of it that repeats quite often, which is quite technically demanding, and he was struggling with coordinating his fingers within one hand. So it's inspired this video, and I gave him some exercises to try and help strengthen his fingers and his hands to be able to play quickly, smoothly, lightly. And I'm going to give you three-ish exercises to help with your inner hand coordination. So it's an individual hand thing. We're not focusing on doing things hands together. I can do coordination with both hands in a different video. So it's mostly about like alternating fingers and using certain finger combinations to help strengthen the fingers, strengthen the hands. And if you incorporate these into your daily practicing or warm-up routine, and then you'll absolutely benefit from them. So I'm going to teach you all of those three in a moment, but now I'll just show you what this piece of music actually is. So the first one I'm going to teach you, so the first exercise, I'm going to call it Closed Scalic Legato Alternating Thirds. So quite a long title, but it describes perfectly what this is. And this is what I showed you at the beginning from that skating song. So if I play what's there again. A bit slower. Just using a touch of pedal there. Etc. The motion there, in order to play that lightly, quickly, evenly, with ease, first of all, you can't do any of that without having this inner hand coordination. So being able to do this motion, if I just demonstrate, just in a C position. So I'll just teach you this then. So just place your thumb on C, or to be honest, any white note, but let's do it on C because it'll sound, we know it'll sound nice. So we've got C and E with your 1 and 3. And then you're going to use your 2 and 4 for the D and the F, so the next two notes. So you're alternating your fingers, and then your 3 and 5 for the E and G. And then you're going to just come back down. So just for now, I'm just going to go up and down. So if you are struggling with that, to begin with, place a gap. So lift your fingers up before pressing the next one. And then when you're comfortable with that, so playing it disjointedly, you can then do a slight overlap, creating legato. So you're going to need to have short nails, and you're going to need to raise your wrist, so make sure that you're not sat too low because it will have a knock-on effect. So you're playing on your fingertips with a raised wrist, playing as smoothly, transitioning smoothly as you can. So some of you might find this easier, some of you might find this very difficult. If you find that you're going and you're not able to lift that finger, really make a point of lifting that finger up, lift your other fingers out of the way. So like really exaggerate it like this. I know it's hard with that fourth finger, because the fourth finger is connected to your middle and your little finger, so it won't move properly without the movement of those two, which makes it a pain. But you can strengthen it, and you can make it more independent from like your other fingers are. So also remember, whatever you practice in the right hand, you must practice also in the left hand. So exact same motion. So 3 and 5, 2 and 4, 1 and 3, up and down. So going back to that skating song, I'll teach you that because it's an interesting pattern really. So we've got the G and the B with your 2 and 4, and then 3 and 5, back to 2 and 4, 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 1 and 3, and then it moves down. So what you're going to do the smoothest way in order to play that legato as possible is use your thumb to pivot your 2 and 4 onto the 2 notes either side of your thumb, and then continue the pattern. Pivot. So obviously you can only keep that thumb note legato, but because it's played at such speed you don't always necessarily notice it, and particularly if you're using a bit of pedal as well. Like that. So it is a good pattern. You can just try doing it all the way down the piano. Remember, keeping it smooth, keeping your wrist raised. And then obviously you can try that in your left hand as well. You could try it ascending it. Etc. So that's the first one. Closed scalic, legato, alternating thirds. So the next exercise I'm going to show you, I've called it inner contrary motions, and we're going to do a closed and open one. So which is this. But I'm going to slow that down. So there, again just in a C position, so closed position. You're going to play 1 and 5, and then 2 and 4, and then just your middle finger, and then back to 2 and 4, 1 and 5. And you just go around like that. So it's contra motions, so the notes are going outwards and then inwards again. So inner contrary motions, this is the closed one. Again, keeping it legato as possible, because the legato part of it is what's going to help build the strength. And again, whatever you do in your right hand, practice in your left hand as well. Don't neglect your left hand, or whichever hand happens to be your weakest. So now we're going to do an open version. I'm going to come a bit higher. I'm going to play octave Cs. If you can't stretch octaves, just play as far as you can. We're just creating more space between the fingers. And to be honest, it really doesn't matter which notes you play it on. We're just using all the white keys today. It's just practicing that motion, but obviously it would just help if it sounds nice as well. So we're going to play Cs, and then I'm going to use a 2 and 4 to play E and A, and then a G. Same fingers, but it's more spread out. I'm kind of lifting when I press my middle finger, coming back down, up, so my wrist is going up and down. And try it in your left hand. Might be slightly trickier, you might have to change the orientation a bit. You might have to press the F in your left hand, because obviously your hands are symmetrical. The third finger doesn't lie so naturally over the G. So it sounds interesting. But the F just might be more comfortable instead of trying to force it there. So slight adapting for the left hand. Again, lifting up, down, up, down, up, down. On to the final one. We're going back to alternating fingers, so the 1, 3, 2 and 4, 5 and 3, but this time it's more spread out, so a spread one, and we're going to do it on alternating fourths this time. For this to sound quite nice, we're going to do it starting on E, so we're going to play E and A, and then G and C, and then A and D. So all playing in perfect fourth. So that's the fourth apart. We've got a fourth apart there, and a fourth apart there. So it sounds quite oriental. I really like the sound of this one. You can put the pedal down as well. And what helps with this one is if you can probably tell I'm doing it there, I'll move my hand up a bit more, fill up the keys. I'll move my wrist, and my arm, my elbow is actually leading up and down, sorry, side to side. So you don't want to put strain, let your wrist help, or your elbow, your arm guide the movement there. Again, all smooth. I'm going to try it in the left hand. So 5 and 3, 2 and 4, 1 and 3. Really smooth again. Keep your fingers raised. Move your, so I can't talk and play at the same time. Move your arm to help. So I've done a finger gym warm-up video, I think it was called, which I've linked here. So one of these exercises in that one. So there's some really other good exercises, more varied exercises in that one as well. This video would also tie in nicely with my how to transition chords smoothly video. So it's all about like alternating fingers. Both of those are linked below, so go and check those out as well. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it's useful. If you'd like to leave a piano tutorial request, you need to click on this video, which takes you through to my official request space. You do need to be subscribed. All requests are noted and considered. So I look forward to seeing you over there.